Okay, let's talk about those muscle fibers contracting and how fast they do. And for that, we talk about muscle fiber twitches. And first, I want you to think about when you eat chicken or when you eat turkey, both of them have white meat and dark meat. Are you the type of person that likes white meat, or are you the type of person that likes dark meat? If you like white and dark equally, think about the people you know who really strongly prefer one or the other. If you strongly prefer white meat, it's because when you get dark meat, you really don't like the taste because you find it really strong and kind of gamey-ish. And if you like dark meat, the reason why you don't like white meat is because you find it drier and very bland. Okay. So that's because white meat and dark meat are not the same type of muscle fibers. Okay. And so the breast and the wings are what we call fast twitch muscle fibers in the chicken and in the turkey, whereas the leg and the thigh are what we call slow twitch muscle fibers or dark meat in the chicken and the turkey. Okay, now in the duck, everything's dark meat. So this is only going for chicken and turkey. So here is a light microscope, and you can see that some of the cells are dark red, other ones are pale, almost white, and then some of them are lighter pink. Okay, so we're talking about the darker pink ones. These are what we call slow twitch muscle fibers. And slow twitch muscle fibers are our dark meat. So think the chicken thigh, the drumstick. And the reason why they're dark is because this tissue has more capillaries in it. And this meat has more of a protein called myoglobin, which carries oxygen in the skeletal muscle. So you may have heard about hemoglobin. That's how oxygen is carried through the blood. Okay, so hemoglobin is not what carries oxygen in muscle, but a very similar protein called myoglobin. Remember, the prefix myo means muscle. So myoglobin is what carries oxygen in the muscle. So of the different types of muscle fibers, the slow twitch are the smallest. So if you have to remember, slow begins with an S, and these are the smallest. That's a good way to remember that. And because they're the smallest, they are going to be the slowest to contract. In fact, they can take 3 times longer to contract than a fast twitch muscle fiber. And because they're slow, they have time to, and because they have myoglobin to carry oxygen, they use aerobic cellular respiration. They have lots of mitochondria, so they can make ATP as they need it. So these slow twitch muscle fibers can keep on contracting for many minutes, hours if needed, long term. They're what we call fatigue resistant. They contract slowly. They make the ATP they need because they have oxygen carried on their myoglobin. Um, and so slow twitch muscle fibers are the kind that you use when you are an endurance athlete. They're also the kind of muscles that you are using for posture. So for instance, your back muscles that allow you to have an erect spine. These are endurance muscles that are slow twitch muscle fibers. Now, in contrast to that, your fast twitch muscle fibers are vastly different. They are your white meat. They have very little myoglobin, so they're not going to be carrying much oxygen. So they're not relying on cellular respiration. They're more anaerobic, a lot less mitochondria, because they're anaerobic, they're relying on glycolysis with only 2 ATP being produced. Okay, so it's very short term, fast contractions, giving you a very explosive strength that's going to fatigue very easily because it's going to accumulate lactic acid in mere seconds. Okay, after a minute, you are shot. Okay, so how do these influence an athlete's performance? Well, muscles have a ratio between slow and fast, and every muscle basically is either a fast twitch or a slow twitch or an in-between kind of twitch. And the ratio varies from person to person. So if you become an elite athlete, you actually get muscle biopsies done to look, and then they determine if you are going to be the type of person that's going to be running the 50 meter or the 100 meter or the 200, the 400, or if you're going to be doing the mile or be doing the marathon. Um, and it's partly due to inheritance. If you have a parent who was great at the long distance cross country races, well, you're probably not going to be a sprinter. Doesn't mean you have to do cross country, but maybe you're going to be a swimmer who does the long swimming races as opposed to the 50-meter swims. Okay. What's interesting is if we look at the average active adult, they're about 50% slow twitch, 50% fast twitch. Whereas we look at world-class sprinters, they are about 80% fast twitch. And notice we do have fast twitch, two different types. If you take anatomy or physiology later on, you will learn that we call this, fast twitch and an intermediate twitch, or if you're going on to physical therapy, you'll learn this in great detail. And that explains why oftentimes world-class athletes will move from doing the 50-meter, 100-meter sprints to then becoming 200-meter specialists as they are losing more of the fast twitch, this type, and moving into this type of fast twitch. And compare that to world-class marathon runners who are about 80% slow twitch muscle fibers. So they're both Olympians, the tortoise and the hare, as long as they're in the correct event. If you put a world-class marathoner into sprint events, they will come in last place. And if you put Usain Bolt into a marathon, he will come in last place. And so you need to know this when you are training, because a marathoner needs to do endurance training, whereas a sprinter needs to do strength training. Okay, so all this talk about chicken and turkey reminds me of this. Okay, I'm not quite there yet. Okay, so why are the best athletes younger? Because starting at age 25, it's all downhill. Your muscle mass starts decreasing to the point by the time you're 80 years old, you have lost 50% of your muscle mass. So yes, you need to start picking up weights, even if they're only 1 or 2 pound weights, and start maintaining muscle mass. Your slow twitch fibers will last longer, but most of your fibers are going to morph into intermediate twitch. So if you're proud of your booty and it's nice and perky from you doing stairs in your younger years, just realize that if you don't continue doing those steps as you age, your booty is just going to be saggy and flat as you age. Okay. So all of these young athletes are Olympic athletes in their sports, in which you will notice that some of them are lean and lanky, whereas other ones are much bulkier. And so you can figure out which ones are doing more endurance sports as opposed to which ones are doing more fast twitch related sports. Okay, now getting back to the turkey and the fast twitch and the slow twitch. remind me of this picture that I saw a long time ago. So if you're ever creating a turkey and you want to cook turkey for the first time for your family and you want and your family is up for jokes, here's a little recipe for getting a bikini tan turkey. And I hope you enjoyed this segment and come on back where we do clinical applications for our last video in this section. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.